So today we're going to be obviously working on the 240, guys. We are in crunch time right now. There's only 2 days to Atlanta, well, at least until we leave, because obviously we're quite far from Atlanta. New York to Atlanta is about a 14-hour drive. We're making a pit stop in Virginia, but regardless, so I really want to try and get a little bit of kind of cruising tunes in the 240. However, I don't want a head unit. No problem. So today, guys, I have an array of products that we're gonna go ahead and use, and oh my goodness, I forgot something. All right, no matter. I guess we can finish it up tomorrow, but I guess we're gonna be working more so on the rear speaker setup today, and I guess tomorrow we'll come back and finish up the front. But first things first, guys, we're gonna go ahead and open up some products. Oh yeah. So, as you guys can see, we have everything laid out here that is going to go into the 240. First, we'll start off with these guys over here. These are the 6.5 component speakers. Obviously, they come with tweeters. By the way, quickly, I gotta mention, all this stuff, guys, will be in the description if you guys want to go ahead and buy this for your own car. If there's anything else that I come across that we will need, I will let you guys know and also add it. But 6.5s for the front. We have some 6x9s right here, guys. I guess these are just, they're good. They're very reasonably priced. This is not a paid or sponsored video by any means, but I bought this stuff myself just because I know this stuff is pretty decent quality for the price. And then here, this is our like magical contraption. This is like a Bluetooth kind of Kenwood, I guess, amp receiver type deal. So you have your little remote control to control everything. So this basically bypasses the whole need for a for a head unit. So this will also be in the description if you guys would like. Comes with a little wiring kit, so obviously I have to do a little bit of wiring to it, probably super nice and easy. So guys, I guess, you know, we can't really, because the part that I forgot are little adapter plates. I guess I can make them, but I don't really have the time for that. So we'll wait for that, all this stuff tomorrow. Maybe we can go ahead and start installing our components and the tweeters. I believe there's room in the adapter plates for the tweeters as well, so that's pretty cool. Let me show you what I'm thinking. Here's my plan. My 240 currently doesn't really have much of an interior, and I would love to fill it with interior, but and don't mind the mess, this is still not complete. I'm thinking, guys, we have this spare tire kind of well right here. I'm thinking about just mounting the speakers right, or that little that panel board right there, and we'll actually mount these 6x9s in here. Yeah, I think we're gonna at least give it a shot. You know what I mean? All right, guys, little progress update. As you can see, trimmed off the little radius here at the bottom. Obviously, you can go back in and touch it up with some paint, but we're still working. So now the way I found out works best is to kind of cut a line that you want to use as your radius with a razor blade, just to cut through this, whatever this coating is on top, and just break through that. And then you can go ahead and, sometimes if you have a big flat surface, you can just go ahead and snap it, but be careful. Otherwise, you can go ahead and make a couple passes with a razor blade, and then snap it a whole lot easier, or you can just go ahead and use some tin snips, these things, and just go ahead and cut around. Scissors, ordinary scissors, probably will not do the job. Yes, so now basically what I'm doing is I got it buttered up here, so I kind of got my radius. I'm gonna go ahead and cut along this side, and now I took off my fuel pump door, whatever you want to call it, and now we're gonna go ahead and cut around it. So just to give you guys a quick example here, notch this with like 3 or 4 passes with the razor blade, and as you guys can see, we'll just kind of lift it up, and you can hear it. Look at that. So yes, you do have to go and clean it up, but majority of it is off. All right, guys, so the next form of order here is to create some sort of a center support, so it actually has something so it doesn't just cave in and bounce around and stuff like that. So I got this flat piece of bar stringing from side to side. I'm gonna basically measure the height from the bottom of the bar to the actual floor of the 240, and we're gonna make a little support beam. This gives me perfect time to test out the new cart. Gotta love the Harbor Freight special. Dude, it's like $31. Makes it way easier to carry everything around. So, as you guys can see in here though, I got me some tiny little magnetos, and that's holding that at a 90-degree angle. Got all ground down, clean to go. So let's go ahead and get some tack. Alright, a quick little progress update, guys. Unfortunately, I had to kind of do a little 2-piece action up there. So, kind of did what I could to kind of get those 2 pieces actually sit up somewhat flush and decently. We'll go ahead and toss some more paint up top there. But generally, yeah, you know, I'm kind of still you know, it's not the best, but you know, I kind of love just making things on my own and kind of working with what you got. Alright, so here's the kind of general layout. Obviously the amp will be underneath, so you won't see that, but just the grills, you know what I mean? So we'll see the grills of the speakers, that's about it. They do kind of protrude a little bit, that's why, you know, maybe long term this might not be the best route, but like I said, guys, we don't have that much time. I just got all these parts. Well, I was waiting for that to come in. It's in. Picked it up yesterday. Alright, so don't hate me, it's literally been, I've done so much since the last time I've talked to you guys, but the rear panel is done. I got everything fitted in. The speakers are in. The little amp is mounted. Woo! That's nice. We got the amp and like receiver thing mounted under there, bolted underneath. She's going well. We'll clean her up, obviously, bolt her back down, get everything sitting how it should be sitting, and strictly speaking, we're pretty much there. Just gotta get some wires hooked up to all this stuff and start feeding him. Well, actually those, okay, but yes, just want to give you guys an update. We're getting there. Alright guys, so now we're moving on to the front setup on the speakers. This is what the 240s come with from factory. 4x6s, absolute garbage, paper backing, just absolute junk. Take this out, you know, throw her out, whatever you want to do. Come on. It's hard to film with one person here. So, it probably says how they want you to cut this. So, basically this will allow us to rock a 6.5 inch like so, which it doesn't even fit, which makes no sense. So I'm not really too sure why these are advertised as 6.5 speaker adapter plates when they don't fit, but we'll figure that out later. Now, to take off your door panel, pretty straightforward. There's a little screw right there. You're gonna go ahead and pop this out. Yes, I know mine broke, I still have to fix it. And then you're gonna also take this little trim piece out that will pop out, and I believe that is literally it. Alright guys, so for the tweeter, just basically had to use some tin snips. They said to use a razor blade, which was literally physically impossible. Got it sitting super snug in there, and then as far as the main 6.5, I just basically trimmed out this little ring, so I don't know, 1/4 inch or so out of that, and it fits perfectly. So we're gonna go ahead, and I'm honestly not even gonna use these, they're pre-holes because they don't line up that great. I'm just gonna go ahead and self-tap my own little mounting points, and then we'll go ahead and probably self-tap it to the actual car, because these, you know, these are universal. They were really cheap, they're like $7. So quick little update guys, so these are our components, I guess that's what you call them. Basically they allow you to, this is what allows you to run a tweeter and stuff like that. So I'm gonna be mounting this on the door, however on the inside, back up in here. Got my holes drilled out right there and there, and as you guys can see, they have a couple little things here. So first off, we have the ins. So you got left and right in, main in, and then you have your woofer, which is going to be our speaker, the 6.5. So that's going to have its plus, you know, positive, negative, and also we have the tweeter, positive and negative. So basically just kind of go ahead and connect all these together, and we'll be good to go. Let's give you guys a quick update now that it's all kind of wired up. Just because I'm not running a head unit, that's why I have the actual OEM speaker wires going into the input, and then we have the woofer, which is our speaker, coming out, and then our tweeter also coming out. So that's basically how they kind of all talk together and work together. Otherwise it'd be a little bit of different setup, but for me, this is how we're rocking it because this is our setup. So go ahead and put it all together, move on to the next side, and hopefully we'll be jamming out some tunes tonight. So let's get her done. I'm gonna leave everything kind of disassembled. We're gonna go ahead and do that side. I'm gonna get everything hooked up at the amp, well, at our at the amp receiver type deal, and we'll go ahead and fire it up, see what we can do, and hopefully we get some tunes coming out of these things, man. So let's get her done. Alright guys, so now comes the time to actually hook up the speakers that take it back to the amp. Basically you got all this, you got your harness in here. It is the bigger, I believe, what is that, that's a 10 pin right there. So you find the 10 pin and you have all of your wiring for your speakers. The left speakers are going to be paired together, they're the blue set, and then your right speakers are going to be paired together, they're the brown set. They have a whole schematic guys, if you're doing this on your own, just look up, you know, 240SX wiring diagram, radio wiring diagram, and you guys will be good to go. But just keep you guys updated. Basically gonna run the wires from these guys, which are connected to our component boxes, which are then connected to our speakers, are gonna run back, and then back into, we're upside down, back into those wires right there, which are part of the unit. So we're getting there. We have 5 wires left to connect, and then we should be able to get some tunes bumping. So we're getting there, and we can finally get this mess cleaned up, man. It's done. Okay, so everything is back together. As you guys can see, it is no longer a chaotic mess inside my car. Slightly, we're still working on it, but we're good. We got tunes. Let's show you. So,
come on, I'm gonna head to the back.
If you just, yeah, take a look at the back there. Okay, so we got, I don't know if I'm already connected or how does this work. Bluetooth on.
My God.
I'm gonna put on a more family-friendly song there. Woo! This is so good. So that's what we're rocking with, and this is what we were rocking with before. Let me show you guys how we were set up before here. Pull up a banger. Would you like to show them? Would you like to get in here and show them what we got?
Sure.
First off, you need your musical playing device, which is right here. We have it right here.
Oh, focus.
Grab a sticker if you guys haven't grabbed one, you know, link below. Now you just open up this, we just open this up. We place this guy right in here. And you ready for this? Yes, that was a radio, right?
Why is this doing that?
Oh, I was like, yeah, so. Yeah, I mean, it's thumping. It is obviously doesn't show up on camera. I know it doesn't. But for real, guys, trust me, these speakers are so cost effective and you're not going to break the bank on them. Pretty awesome setup. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. 240 is a whole lot more drivable and a lot more livable with now. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. We're heading to Atlanta in like 8 hours. So, bye.